Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're taking a look at another Legacy Transformer this time around. One that I actually purchased just recently. We are taking a look at Dragstrip. Now, of course, for those of you who have been around the block with the Transformers for a long time, you'll know that Dragstrip is part of a combiner team. And yes, we will be getting the entire team throughout the Legacy line. As his buddy Wild Rider has already been confirmed in the next wave, and their leader Motormaster is confirmed as the Commander class figure for the Legacy wave. Now we'll point it out to you here on the box. The box even shows it, as it's got right here in the center on the back of the box, 1 of 5 for Menasor. Now, for those of you who are new to the Transformer line, either as a new fan or you're a new parent to a younger fan of Transformers, a combiner is a super robot that is built out of several smaller robots. Usually it's done with 5 robots, 1 large robot, and 4 smaller robots. But that also has varied over the years, because there are some that are built up with as few as 4 robots, to some that are mega monsters built out of 8 robots. So it can vary. Sometimes they're sold all together as a gift set, and sometimes they're sold individually. Right now, the Stunticons are individual. Although it isn't unlikely to rule out that at some point a gift set of the Stunticons may become available. But more than likely, if Hasbro does that, the Stunticons will likely be recolored in the gift set. But that's just speculation at this point. Nothing has been announced for that. But just for those of you who would like to know that. Alright, at any rate, let's take a look here to show off the Generation 1 version. This here is the original version of Dragstrip. He was released back in 1986. And Dragstrip was the most competitive of the Stunticons, as he had the desire to always win. The toy's motto was, "He who crosses the finish line first lives." The Stunticons all had some sort of mental issues, which their leader Motormaster, as the ultimate bully, would pick on them about. Dragstrip would be bullied about his competitiveness due to the fact that there were some areas he could not top his leader. Alrighty, let's take a look here at Dragstrip's accessories. He has 2 guns, and they are both exactly the same. They're done up in purple and black. The purple's mainly done as an homage to the original toy, since his guns were purple. They got a nice little scope here. But the uniqueness about them is the way that they're designed on this side, from the way when you look at them from the top. On the right-hand side, they have little posts sticking out, and on the left-hand side, the guns are hollow. It does mean, as it shows in the instructions, that you can combine the guns together to form a double blaster. And he can hold it like that in one hand. And while it looks a little off-centered, it isn't too bad, per se. But of course, if you also want to just store the guns on him, his guns can be stored on his legs. You just simply plug them into the holes like that, and he's got his guns holstered. That's a nice way to store them. Now, without his guns in the way, let's take a look at Dragstrip's articulation. His head can be turned from side to side with ease. It is, however, not on a ball joint, so it will not look up and down. His arms can be raised out about so far, and they do rotate at the shoulders all the way around. You just gotta watch out for the air dam. His arms do bend at the elbow, 90 degrees. And he does have a swivel at the biceps, so he has the G.I. Joe battle grip. He can be twisted at his hips. His legs can be spread apart about into a full splits. He does have a thigh cut, so you can't adjust his legs at the thigh. You can raise his leg at the hip 90 degrees, and he can bend his leg at the knee 90 degrees. And you also do have a little bit of foot articulation, but that's more for transforming him than for anything else, really. Okay, to transform Dragstrip, it's a pretty simple process. Unfortunately, it does not come with any instructions for transforming him for the Menasor part, so you only get to turn him into the car. The first thing you do is you take these side pieces on his arms and you're going to rotate them outwards. And then you'll come back here to the other side of his arm and you'll fold in this piece that has the other wheel. So that puts his arms in position. Then we're going to detach the chest piece and fold it down. And once you've got it down, you'll fold his head inside like that. Now we're going to come up here to his arms. You'll shift the air dam at his shoulders so that it's like so. Then we're going to separate his arms out and fold them upwards. And then re-snap them in together. They should connect up at the top. And then his arms should fold in and snap inside. Just like that. And now we're going to rotate the headpiece around like so. And you're going to shift the piece so it folds inwards a bit. And the little posts protruding from here should connect into these long slots here where his arms were. And that will hold that in place. And we're going to take his waist and we twist it around to the other side. You'll fold his feet upwards because they'll form the spoiler. Then you'll come down here and his legs should open up like so. You'll fold the legs up and in. Attach the legs to the body and then snap them together down here at the bottom. And then you fold the leg covers back down. And then there you have it. He is in his race car mode. He's actually done up to resemble a special six-wheeled racing car put out by Tyrrell back in the mid to late 70s. It was an interesting style of Formula One type racing car. And of course, he's got a couple of holes here. Those are good spots where you can attach the guns. So then there you go, with his guns attached. He is in an attack mode, which looks sort of better than his Generation 1 counterpart's attack mode. But at least it was on a turret, so it could rotate around. Whereas modern Dragstrip is forced to fire in front of him. So now we get to my thoughts. What do I think of Dragstrip? I do like how this modern interpretation of him turned out. It does look great. It's sort of accurate to his cartoon counterpart, save for the air dam on his shoulders. In the cartoon, it was not visible, since the air dam unit folded onto his back. So, that's a little bit off, but those pieces can be easily removed if that bothers you for display. It does make me, however, look forward to Menasor later in the year. So definitely, if you're a fan of the combiners, this is definitely going to be an interesting one to see. Let's just hope he lives up to it throughout the entire run. At any rate, that's my look at the Legacy version of Dragstrip. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Please do remember that if you love the content here on this channel, we do appreciate it if you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We enjoy the feedback here. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.